What's up, people, and welcome back to League Scroll. Now, let's talk a bit about the Champions League, which is back with a bang. And yesterday we had let me not call them the preliminary fixtures, but the first day of the Champions League. And as you all know, today we'll be having a Champions League. Let me say it's been a long time since Arsenal repped in the Champions League, and we are back with a bang, looking revitalized, and the atmosphere is actually more better than it has been before, because we'll be hosting PSV Eindhoven, and it's definitely going to be one of those matches that will fill the Emirates Stadium, and it will be louder than it has ever been before. New anthem, new atmosphere, new manager, and definitely many players will be getting their debut in this tournament. So it's definitely one to watch out for and to be happy that we are back. So I'm really glad. It's actually been a while. Back then, when we last played in the Champions League, I was a youngin. I was actually just out of high school and getting into the university, and it has been a mad ride in the Europa, out of Europa, finishing 8th back to back, getting better managers. Before we had Lundberg, we then have Emery, threw him out the door after one season, got in with Mikel Arteta, finished 8th, trusted the process, and here we are. So we are happy that we are in this stage at this moment, and judging by the fixtures that the matches that were played yesterday, oh man, I'm really glad that we are back in this tournament. And just as there is more news on this Champions League, it looks like this will be the last of the old Champions League fixture schedule, because as from 2024-25 onwards, the Champions League timetable will be different, and even selection from the group stage will be different than it has ever been before. But I'll discuss that on my next video. In this point, let's discuss Arsenal, who are definitely happy, as we have seen from the footages of the training camp and the press conferences from Gabi Jesus and even Mikel Arteta. It looks like Arsenal fans should be ready for an exhilarating fixture against Eindhoven. But beware, Eindhoven, PSV are a great team back there in the Netherlands. I think they're just from winning the Eredivisie in the Netherlands, and they are definitely a good team who we have met a few times in the Europa League, and they even thrashed us in one of them once. So I think we should definitely approach this game with good mentalities and definitely be in the right state of mind, both mentalities and physicality also, to definitely go out there and showcase what we have been waiting for, what we have been crying for years. It's been a while, and Mikel Arteta surely has got the guys on his side, and we are revitalized. But we'll be watching that game against PSV at the Emirates at 10 p.m. East African time, and our counterparts and Manchester United will be playing against Bayern Munich in Munich, and it's gonna be another exhilarating match, and we'll have to see how they will fare on. But they have a few issues to sort out in their team, but definitely they are one to watch out. I think Manchester United have a few injury cases. They have a few players back. As we have seen, Mason Mount is back in the team. And also we have the likes of Varane also featuring in that Champions League fixture. So let's see how it's gonna be. Maguire is out with an injury. He hasn't played much in the first 11. He hasn't been an active player this season in the club football. But all we can say is Manchester United are good to go, and they'll be playing it out against the Hurricanes, new home. So yeah, let's see how that game is gonna go. As for Arsenal, we are here, we are back. That is the most essential thing. Getting that it's actually emotional to be back in the Champions League. Hearing that Champions League anthem at the Emirates has been a while, so we're definitely happy that it's happening at an opportune time, because never know about the future of the Champions League. There are a lot of changes in football, and they will keep coming, but one major thing that I would have really asked the UEFA or the governing body of the football to change is really to use the World Cup VAR technique, the VAR technique that is being used in the World Cup, to be used in the Champions League, even in the domestic football, because surely that is one that is going to be concerning to watch a few cases. So yeah, let's see, because I hope the game is not going to be as boring as the AC Milan yesterday playing against Newcastle. Newcastle went there, parked the bus, did their thing, and they'll be definitely happy after over 20 years not featuring in the Champions League. They took it out, they took their game to Milan at the San Siro, and they got away with a draw. That is definitely a good result for them in that group of death thing, you know. And we had PSG also in that group of death, gaining 3 points against Dortmund, and I didn't expect Dortmund to surely be that weak, but yeah, they bottled the league last season, and surely they are a team who have been always kinda not too technical, and they always change their manager, so there is no stability in that team that much. But so do PSG, but they did their job at home, and I'll be expecting Arsenal to do the same thing. So let's see how the game is gonna be. I'm feeling I can smell a win. I can actually smell a win for Arsenal back in the Champions League after almost 6 years, in the back of winning against Everton after 7 years. So we are here to just break these curses and move. So Arsenal, definitely do your thing, and let's see all the other fixtures that will be played tonight. The big ones: Arsenal back in the Champions League against PSV. We have Manchester United playing in the Alliance Stadium against Bayern, and we also have a few other games with Man City yesterday doing their thing. Julian Alvarez already has a 2-goal record in the Champions League, and Rodri, their winner at in Istanbul, I think, was it played in Istanbul? Yeah, here it was on the score sheet also. So they won 3-1, and it looked kinda iffy in the first half with Manchester City conceding a late goal at the nearly approaching the halftime. And yeah, that's how it is. The Champions League is another beast. So definitely they'll be happy with the 3 points, and they move. Their counterparts Leipzig played against Young Boys, and they won also, I think 3-1 or something. So that shows there's gonna be some 2 giants getting out of that stage, and it could be Manchester City and RB Leipzig. So yeah, so far up to that point, I've seen the team news for Arsenal. I've seen the likes of Mohamed El-Neni training, but he's definitely not in full fitness for the game. But he will be also another player that will be definitely required as we progress in the tournament, and I'm really praying that Arsenal go really far in this tournament and even get to the final, because it will be played in London at the Wembley Stadium, the final 1st June 2024. So who will definitely not want to be at the stadium as they are with England hosting the Champions League finals. But yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's been a while since we've been in this type of talk. We've been such a banter club, I can agree, for quite a while. Being in the Europa League and not winning it for 7 years is banter. Now getting into the Champions League, we surely should be able to compete with the big boys. We're the only team in the top, I think us and Tottenham in the top 6 that haven't won the Champions League. And that is actually too shameful for a big club as Arsenal. So we should be really going for each and every trophy this season with the sense that we are going to win it, not just participate. And up to that point, you guys, let's wait for the team news and the starting 11 for Mikel Arteta. He has kept his cards close to his chest without revealing who will be the starting goalkeeper, who will play as the starting striker. We don't know, but we expect an exhilarating game and a good opponent, just to speak, because PSV is not a team to just say is a win against them. It's gonna be a tough game, so let's wait for that game at 10. And I'll surely be repping my team. Rep your team out there. Hit the like, subscribe, and hit the comment section. Let's chat and see what will be happening. And you can actually tell me who do you think will be winning the Champions League this season, because it's looking kinda tricky for the likes of I don't know who can win the Champions League. There are many teams out there who are playing really good this far, even in their domestic leagues. PSV haven't lost a game, Arsenal haven't lost a game, so you don't know who are favorites to win that fixture. But as an Arsenal fan, I'll be biased and go with my team. But let's see how that game is gonna be. I'm confident enough to get 3 points at the Emirates. To that point, I'll see you on the next one. Adios.